What it do, what it do? It's your girl Piano Praiser coming at you to talk about that Luda Nelly battle that went down last night on Instagram. I'm going to speak on it. Um, Luda set it off with Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. I mean, that is the anthem for the ATL. And even 20 years, it still sounds great. I'm going to be a little biased because I do live in the Georgia area, so I'm a little, Luda, my man. But I think it was a very healthy competition. It was a very exciting competition. There was a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning. Your boy Nelly was having some difficulty with his sound, but he stepped away and he got himself together. And when he came back, he was right on point. And I was glad that he did that. I think he said that they were having some type of storm or something in the St. Louis area, so. But when he came back, it was good. It was all good. While he was gone, though, Luda, he kind of took an opportunity to do some new projects that he was coming up with, and the flow, the vibes, what he was spitting was just off the chain. I can tell that with his new stuff, you see that he is evolving into the mature man that he is now. So it was very age appropriate, and he still got it. Homeboy still got it. One thing about that Luda set off, he says that it was their 20-year, kind of like a celebration of their 20-year into the rap game. And it's kind of hard to believe that it's been 20 years. Time really comes and goes and it flows. But I was glad to see that, these young men are still in the game and celebrating the things that they've done, and that they've been in the game now for 20 years. It was kind of funny to listen to some of the lyrics and some of the stuff that 20 years ago that we were vibing to, and when you listen to it now, you're like, there was a lot of celebration of the women's anatomy. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. God made it, and you know what? It's a beautiful thing. One of the things that I like, though, there was a celebration. I think Luda said, for the women, the curvier women, to embrace their curves, and both of them, you can tell, do enjoy a woman's body, so it's all good. One thing about it, though, whenever Nelly would bring his, Luda would come back with bam. Nelly would come and he would change up the tempo and the flow or whatever, and Luda would come in and say, yeah, you didn't change the tempo. I got something for that, and he would bring it in. It was almost like watching a spade game. They were like bam, 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 bam. It was great. Of course, Nelly did some of his great hits. Ride With Me. He, of course, did his song Country Grammar, which kind of, I talked about Luda doing Welcome to Atlanta. Well, Country Grammar was his equivalent. He said was his kind of, and I'm looking down because I made some notes. He said Country Grammar was his tribute to the Midwest where he's from. So, that still sounds good too. As well. And of course they would give their tips and memories about certain videos and certain projects that they did with certain people, and the people that they worked with. Now Luda seemed to be more embracing of the crowd, of the people that were in, so he was giving his shout outs or whatever. Nelly also did the same, but to me Luda was more like moving the crowd, getting the crowd participation and acknowledging. And there was a lot of heavyweights that were in the room, so that that of course that keeps the excitement going. So that was good on Luda's part. But Ludacris is just an astute businessman. I mean, he's a great businessman. Both of these gentlemen are. A lot of times people like to think of rap, but these guys are they're great businessmen, and they also give back to the community. Now, Nelly did give a congratulation out to the graduates of 2020, which I thought was very touching and very fitting for the occasion. And in his shout out and his congratulations, he also included Ludacris as well. Just like with a lot of the other battles, they call them battles, but these guys were very collaborative. They were very appreciative of the others' work. They gave their opinions as to what their favorite songs was and what they enjoyed, what the other one did. Both rappers are they're rappers, but their vibe is so completely different. And it's kind of cool because, of course, Luda is from the ATL, and Nelly's got that Midwest St. Louis thing going on, and his vibe, but they're true to who they are. And that, to me, in all of these battles, I know some people don't like to pit one against the other and say, oh, we're doing it for the culture. But these artists that are doing these things, they embrace competition. A little healthy competition is good. Now, I said that to say, I think Luda did that. Luda, he spanked that. Okay, but I'm a little biased because, like I said, hey, I'm from the ATL area, so of course I'm gonna pull for my guy. But Nelly was looking fine as ever. That's not to say Luda ain't fine either, but Nelly, Nelly good. And the other thing I like about Nelly is he was vibing into it. He was getting into his thing. So, again, it was another great night for music, for Instagram, doing it for the culture. Enjoyed it. See you next week. Bye.